Well, I started thinking of another topic since we can't get out of our driveway still. We are so snowed in, it's ridiculous. But anyhow, when I did a vlog on, well, I won't tell you in case I haven't put out yet, but anyhow, about illnesses that you can catch. For having 8 kids, my kids, for the longest time, never had strep. I usually think kids get strep and ear infections, and my kids never, ever, except once, one of my children, I forgot how old he was, he must have been around 9. He woke up in the middle of the night and he said, ow, his ear hurts, and he wasn't one to complain, so I knew something had to be wrong, and it was really, really bad pain. And I took his fever. He did not have a temperature, so I thought maybe he had an earache, so I called the service, and they said to warm up some, I think it was olive oil. It was long ago, I can't remember, but it was some kind, I think it was olive oil, put in his ear until the morning, till he can get in. And he was literally screaming. It hurt so bad. I felt so awful for him. So we went in the next day, and he had a very bad ear infection. I'm like, but I don't understand. Such a bad ear infection, no fever. So sometimes you don't get fevers. And another way to prove that about no fevers is, I can't remember when it was. It was shortly after, can't remember, maybe a couple years after I had married my second husband. Like I said, no one had had strep. None of my kids. I had never had strep. And one of my kids had a terrible sore throat, so I thought, they're getting sick. Then another one had it. Then I got a sore throat. And, we didn't run right to the doctor because it's just a sore throat, no other symptoms, especially no fever. My throat hurt so bad, I couldn't even swallow my own saliva. It was horrifying. So I called my doctor's office and just asked, what could I take? I said, I must be getting sick with this throat. I said, I can't drink. I can't swallow. And she says, oh, you must have strep, because when adults get strep, it's really, really bad. I said, I don't know. She asked, were the kids sick? And I said, a few of them had, a very bad sore throat. Oh, that's right. I called the pediatric office first, and they said, when did it start? And I said, this morning. They said, well, if it was strep, it wouldn't show up. So they said, we usually wait a couple days. I'm thinking, okay. And they said, gargle with salt water and warm tea and warm soup or broth or whatever. So we did that. So we waited the 2 days for the kids. Is that my hair? It's sticking out there. And so I brought them to the doctors, and they do 2 throat cultures at once, a rapid and then the one they send away. I think there were 3 of the kids that were sick, but she cultures everybody. She even cultured me. And we all came back on the rapid, right away. I think they have to wait 5 minutes. She said they came up right away. And I said, but why don't we have a fever? Because when I had called on the phone, they asked if they had fevers, and I said no. And they said, it's probably not stress, it's probably just viral. I said, I don't know. I said, if their throat hurts as much as mine, they didn't want to eat or drink. And, when you're an adult, you have to drink so you don't get dehydrated. So I was, like, putting syringes with liquid in their mouth. They were younger. The other kid I was talking about, 9-year-old, about the ear, there was another thing, but these were when they were younger. So anyhow, we went in, they put them on antibiotics, and, they felt better within a few doses. Oh, but also, so what I was saying, so everyone, she said, bring all the kids in, and she wanted my husband to come too. She says, when they have, a bigger family, she cultures everyone, even the mother and father. Well, he didn't want to come in. He felt there's no reason, he has no sore throat. But she said it's, sometimes people don't show the sign and they may have it. So he wouldn't go. So then we went through a round of antibiotics, and, it felt so good to be able to swallow again. And then I think a week went by when, we were well, and you had to wait 3 weeks after, no, 1 week after. we're not strep throat people. So I think a week or 10 days after to get recultured because the antibiotic would be out of your system. Maybe it was 3 days or whatever it was. So we came back, it was fine. We were all fine. So then a day after when we went back and everything was fine, and they said usually they don't send it to the lab, they only do the rapid when you come back to recheck. Next day, again, some of the other kids had sore throats. I had a sore throat again. So I called the office again. They said, do you have a fever? And the same thing, we got to wait, blah, blah, blah. I says, I don't know. If it's just, if we all had the sore throat, the strep, I think we have it. I said, I personally don't want to go through this again without being able to swallow. It hurts. And it must hurt the kids even more, especially the little ones, and I had a baby at the time. So they said, okay, they'd get us in the next day. So, and then they said again, could you get your husband to come? Well, he didn't come. So we went in and rapid came up again. So we did another round of antibiotics and, after, by the 4th dose, we were feeling good, took the whole thing again, the antibiotics, and then we went back to check after the amount of days. And then it was, I think 2 weeks went by, so I thought, okay, we're in the clear. No. Again, sore throat. So I said to my husband, you have to come in because you must be the carrier. Because why are we all getting sick and you're not? So somehow I talked him into it. We took it, and I don't remember because he's an unpleasant person, so I try to forget things about him. But she said he was the carrier. So I don't know, did he show up with strep, or I don't remember how they figured it out. But anyhow, so again, we ran another round of antibiotics. And the thing with me, I'm allergic to penicillin, so, they give the kids amoxicillin, which I think it's amoxicillin, which is the first course of, that's the best one. So I was given something else, and it's always difficult to find what I can take, and it's not the one that's right. And, when they send it to the lab, they put it in a petri dish, and then they see what antibiotics it's specific to. But usually with strep throat, I believe it's amoxicillin. But anyhow, so they figured out he was a carrier. That's why he wasn't getting sick. So, what was that, round 2, 3? Anyhow, we went through 4 rounds of strep throat. So I told my husband he's not to kiss or hug anybody, just, well, the doctor said that first, and I said no. And, he used to be a good person. He would always hug and kiss me and the kids when he got home and all, and so I don't know what happened to him, but anyhow, he went on his way and got in his own world. But anyhow, so, he was like, no, blah, blah. I says, no, I'm not getting sick again. This is ridiculous, because when the mom is sick and then you got sick kids, it's really hard. So I guess this virus that's going on reminded me of it. So it is true, if you're an adult, I don't know if it means if you've never had it or just when you're an adult and you have strep, it feels horrible. So, and none of us ever had fevers, but the strep came up immediately with the rapid strep. So I don't know why I'm sharing this, because, looking up stuff on this virus just started to make me think about that. So I hope you're all staying well. I hope no one in your area is getting this or is being quarantined or anything, and I hope they can somehow get it under control. So for now, stay healthy. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share. Sharing is caring. Don't forget to pay it forward. It feels good in your heart, Polly's heart, and mine. So for now, bye everyone.